Good afternoon and welcome to the principal news conference of Gem4Me Investments plc that took place on Monday, February 18th of 2018. My name is Olga Lipovetsky and I will be translating on behalf of the board of directors. Valery Ostrikov speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and friends, and welcome to our weekly news conference. There are a lot of exciting notions to go over today, but let's traditionally begin with discussing technological updates to all three versions of the Messenger. Firstly, our application has been receiving releases containing technical stabilization in order to the Messenger to be more efficient, and the following update for Android will be released in the time frame between February 14th and March 6th, containing the following updates. Optimization of scrolling through chat history functionality, carrying out auto tests for the rewritten functionality, code refactoring responsible for depicting the information about a chat screen, deletion of unused areas of code, improved navigation speed in a chat, unification of data depicted for a user, and correct implementation of errors as part of application's orientation. Furthermore, the iOS version will also receive the following notions: improved speed of depicting messages in the chat, optimization of application's operation, optimization of the application's code, conducting work to decrease battery consumption when the application is used actively, realization of functionality of clearing unused memory portions, and correction of errors when sorting data within the application, as well as correction of the share functionality. Additionally, our web version will also receive administering changes to code in order to allow faster development in the future, realization of functionality for locating user errors autonomously, correction of P2P calls and video calls in the web version, improvement of the structure when using module windows, and realization of functionality for resending unsent messages in correct order. These are all of the technological news regarding the Messenger and all of its three versions. Moreover, another important announcement is regarding getting enlisted in the registry of shareholders. Due to the requirements of our custodian, we are conducting written notifications to partners via email who have not accessed their accounts for over 1 year and did not conduct verification to be enlisted in the registry of shareholders. According to the registrar, in order for a shareholder to be legal owner of shares, he or she needs to complete the verification procedure and submit the required documents. Those shareholders who do not complete the verification procedure will not be enlisted in the registry of shareholders and will lose ownership of their shares. In other news, many partners were wondering when the next independent valuation of the business will take place, and we are excited to announce that a new valuation is currently being conducted. As you can see, the value of the Messenger has been continuously growing based on the three most recent valuations, as the amount of users has been continuously growing and more new functionality was and is being introduced. We will publish the results of valuation as soon as it is completed. Furthermore, many partners are wondering about the new structure with Eurobonds. We are currently in the finalizing stages of the Gem4Me project, and we've had private placement as the core structure previously. While the shares are running out, and we are going to seal the registry of shareholders soon, as we are transferring to the next project of ours called MarketSpace Solutions. MarketSpace Solutions will receive exclusive rights to use the intellectual property of the Messenger in order to use it as the foundation for MarketSpace, and in order to finance the development and promotion of MarketSpace as well. The company will issue Eurobonds, which will be listed on Nasdaq, while both professional investors with brokers and small investors with minor amounts will be able to invest in the project. Overall, the advantages of the structure is the fact that the bonds that will be listed on Nasdaq will be convertible and will convert into equity over time. Moreover, these bonds can be declared in any tax declaration as a balance, which couldn't be done with tokens for that matter, as well as other notions. Another aspect that I wanted to discuss is the fact that our team is continuously growing, and as part of that growth, we now also have members of the team responsible for public promotion and public relations. After our recent meeting with these new team members, we discussed two important notions that are currently happening in the world today. Messengers are slowly taking over social networks and are substituting web. as more and more users use social networks as a news feed, but rather than a mean for communication. Messengers, however, provide less distractions and consume less time, making communication efficient and prompt. This notion is a major advantage for us as we are building a platform that will be highly competitive. Social networks are slowly transferring into marketplaces and commercial online spaces, and it so happened that our project combines both. Originally, we started creating a messenger that would be one to replace social networks, and yet we are also building MarketSpace, a global marketplace platform. By combining a messenger and a marketplace, our project moves to a completely new segment of the market. In any case, the tendencies on the market work out in our favor, as by building a social foundation of our messenger, it will be a sound platform for a global marketplace, both of which aspects will make our project more valuable and move to a different market sector. The technological solutions that we include in our messenger are of much use for us. Moreover, our bot technology allows to make instant purchases and instant financial transactions. All of these notions make our project very attractive and very competitive on the market segment that we are on. On this great note, I would like to thank you for your time as I am now passing the word to Alexander Kachinovsky, the member of the Board of Directors. Alexander Kachinovsky speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and partners, and let's continue our conference today as I also have very exciting news to discuss. Firstly, let's begin by discussing the traditional news regarding our business and all the updates for the following week and our current amount of users. I would like to acknowledge that our current amount of users is at 7,348,855. It is very exciting to see our application grow and prosper, while at the same time we are getting closer and closer to 10 million of users mark, and the speed of promotion will only grow from there. Moreover, I would like to congratulate our partners who earned the most over the course of last week, those who keep on promoting our project and working hard to bring us to our one mutual goal. We've had a very interesting week this time, and the geography of top earning partners is very widespread once again, while the earnings this week start with 1,000 euros, and let's congratulate Maple Canada with 1,000 euros, 1,100 euros in Kaliningrad, Russia, and Yekaterinburg, Russia, 1,190 euros in Khabarovsk, Russia, and Yoshkar-Ola, Russia, 1,200 euros in Svetsdebnya, Poland, and Tokyo, Japan, followed by 1,300 euros in Park Ridge, United States, 1,358 euros in Yerevan, Armenia, 1,438 euros in Kiev, Ukraine, 1,438 euros in Kiev, Ukraine, 1,600 euros in Khabarovsk, Russia, 1,800 euros in Tokyo, Japan, 1,900 euros in Khabarovsk, Russia, 2,400 euros in Tokyo, Japan, followed by 3,000 euros in Tokyo, Japan as well, 3,600 euros in Kiev, Ukraine, and last but not least, 4,200 euros in Murmansk, Russia. Furthermore, our top earning partner of last week is from Murmansk, Russia, with the amount of 4,200 euros. Congratulations to the partner on earning such a respectable amount in just a week, and we are looking forward to seeing the earnings next week. In other news, a very active and bright partner and leader of ours from Canada, Vasily Kamayev, has been in Colombia over the course of past 2 weeks and is conducting business there currently. And as of last Friday, there have been already 4 invest packages purchased there, and I am sure that soon we will be announcing Colombia as part of top earning leaders of the week. That is great news, as not only it is a new country on the map of our project, and we are hoping to establish a strong presence there, as well as other countries in South America. Moreover, we've recently had an amazing event hosted in Krasnodar, during which I also presented the 7 important moments that are worth paying attention to, and I would now like to share them as part of this conference as well. Firstly, it is important to note the results of our project as of February of 2019, what more than 3 years of developments have resulted in. Firstly, our messenger is 99% complete. We know that there are still some notions that need to be fixed and improved, as we have a lot of partners in chats with developers. However, compared to what was done as the foundation of the messenger, that is most definitely 99% completed. Furthermore, MarketSpace already has its beta version operating with more than 500 markets in which people are selling and purchasing products and services. This is our other very aspiring part of the project. Next, we currently have 7.3 million of current users of the Messenger and is a very important notion. And lastly, we are not just developing something. What we are developing is proven to be of value, and as our most recent valuation was conducted in June of 2018, our application was valued at $157 million. This is our step on the path to our project being worth billions. Furthermore, it is important to discuss what our project is, as we invite for anyone willing to become an investor of the venture project of creating the Gem4Me Messenger and Gem4Me MarketSpace, which is the global commercial platform. Our distinct goal is to create an attractive application with a large amount of users and to successfully sell it, while consequently all of the project's investors who are also shareholders of the project will receive their financial profit depending on the package of shares owned. Moreover, there are many examples of such proper investments into venture projects and companies when investors would receive not 1,000% profits, but even tens of 1,000% profits of their initial investment. In other words, there are no other kind of investment with such margins of profits anywhere else in any other fields, whether it is the stock market, real estate, or other market sectors. These earnings were made off of investments into projects that nobody knew about back at the time the investments were made. Venture projects are high-risk investments of private capital into shareholder capital of minor and recently created but highly technological prospective companies that are aimed at developing and creating advanced projects. When looking at any venture project and the potential of investing in it, it is crucial to see what stage the project is at firstly. Let's take a look at the established stages of venture financing. This first stage being seed, when developers and administrators are jotting down ideas and all the basic foundation is set, when a project is created and all the other legal notions are as well. The next stage is called startup, during which the first version of a project is released in order to depict what is being made and what is yet to come. Both these initial stages are known as the death valley amongst investors, and the rate of projects not making it ranges from 95 to 99% failing, which is why those investors who start investing in projects at these two stages are called early business birds, as most of their investments are spent hoping that the project will make it and will generate a lot of profit for them. The next step is known as early growth, when an application is starting to grow, develop, gain first users and clients, as well as show its capability to generate profits for them. The second to last stage is known as expansion, which happens when a product proves to be stable and able to survive on the market, at which point the issue of investing a lot of funds comes up, as promotion and marketing is most of the time most expensive than the process of developing the application itself, which is why major investment funds are investing large amounts into projects at this stage. And lastly is the exit stage, when investors receive their profits through one of the three most frequent scenarios of sale, IPO, or dividends. As mentioned before, our project is aiming to be sold, as we believe that this would be most profitable exit strategy. Most importantly, our project is currently at the stage of transferring from early growth to expansion stage, during which we will be devoting most of the funds on not on development but rather what markets to target our promotion on, as well as we will also have major investors to be able to invest in our project. Furthermore, we anticipate for our application's profitability margin to be somewhere between WeChat and other major marketplaces, as our platform will be global and will operate all over the world. This is where we are aiming to be in regards to the final value of our application. Another important aspect to discuss is how we are planning to attract the required investment and the structure of doing so. We developed the legal structure of the company's future development by establishing a foundation for promoting and developing MarketSpace platform, which will allow to attract major investment funds as our company will issue Eurobonds, which are a much desired tool for investors who are willing to invest large amounts, as they will firstly see a completed product as well as a convenient instrument for financing. At the same time, I would like to add that our project is not perfect and we do have certain drawbacks just like any other project does. These drawbacks are different. For instance, one of the most frequently asked questions is how soon will the application be sold and for how much, as we are unable to announce a precise date. However, not a single venture project can announce an exact day of its conclusion. We are creating a notion that nobody has created before. There are times when we make mistakes or errors and we have to restart, and other problems. Yet, the advantages and disadvantages should always be weighed, and in our case, our numerous advantages do definitely outweigh the drawbacks that we might have. Furthermore, the closer a venture project is to being completed, the higher the price of a share is, and it is more certain that it will be generating profits. Moreover, we also have a very profound promotion regarding our 2 packages of shares for 1 action, which continues, yet we had to slowly decrease the complementary percentage of shares of market space that a person receives with the purchase of a package, and as of now, the bonus amount of shares is decreased to 60%. Yet, these are the shares that are received completely free of charge complimentary, and it is now valid until March 4th of 2019. So be sure to take advantage of this promotion while it is still available. On this great note, I would like to wish for everyone to have a very profound week full of great earnings. Our company will always support hardworking partners, and I am now passing the word to Natalia Arshaskaya, the member of the Board of Directors.